Bogu se dopalo da na naše rane pošalje bolest. Kao što i treba biti, što našim precima nepoznate bebe. Pritom, rekoše oni koji se svetog pisma drže, da od Rodjenje iz pozorišta proizlaze i Bog u njima zbog zlih čina naših kažnjava i muči. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the performance of the traveling theater which lives and works in heaven. Title of performance that you will see tonight is Birth of Lives. And the topic is communism. Why communism? Because communism is evil. Evil that the man created. If communism is evil that man created, it means that evil exists in this world. If there is evil in this world, it means that there is a guilt. If there is a guilt, then there is a punishment. Punishment given to all the human race with no difference. Ladies and gentlemen, this is enough for me. I hope that you feel comfortable even on my speech. studni razum u svom letu, naš je časak došao sad, nek se mračno padne u grob tamni, nek se više roblje sve, nov svet sagradit ćemo sami, poveše ništa, bit će sve. Hoće biti poslednji i odlučni teški boj, daj im bude ljudski rod. Now it's clear. I'm honest. I'm a great organizer. And I see family. I repeat it. I see family as a starting point of the end of capitalism and establishment of communism on the whole planet. Now it's clear. I'm love. Love Mladenović, Bronstein, Trotsky. And I'm a martyr. They killed me, but they didn't destroy me. History will be my witness! And then I'm here with you, on earth. Because here on earth, my life looks like something real. And I like to be here, because I become superstitious, and I like it very much. Here on earth, I like also to go to sauna and to take some steam with the traders and tourists. As you know, I interact sometimes in you, humans. My dream is to incarnate, but finally and definitely one day, in some fat woman of some fat creator, and believe in everything what she believes in. My ideal is to go to church one day and light the candle. From all my heart. I think that on that day I will be very happy. I think that on that day be so happy that I will give 10 rubles for my Slavic brothers. mean how? What do you mean how? If I sometimes incarnate. I incarnate and I take all consequences. I'm Trotsky and then nothing human. It's strange to me. If you love Trotsky, as you claim, where are your horns? Ha! I knew that you would believe me. But I don't want to convince anyone. Especially not by force. What is the faith? If it is by force, there are those who think that they are useful for faith because Trotsky showed them the horse. This is the proof, they say, material proof, that Trotsky exists. Trotsky and material proof. It is so bizarre. So, you think that Trotsky without horse does exist? No! I think that if Trotsky without horse doesn't exist, but man created him, then he created him on his own image.
La place rouge est nuit, dans mon marché Nathalie, il avait un joli nom guide, Nathalie. La place rouge est blanche, la neige faisait un tapis, et je subis par ce voie dimanche, Nathalie.
Elle parlait en phrases dès la révolution d'octobre. Je pensais déjà qu'après le temps de Rémi, on irait au café Pouchkine boire un chocolat. La place rouge était libre. Je pris son bras et le souris. Il avait des cheveux blancs, mon guide, Nathalie.
Nathalie, dans sa chambre, à l'université, un bande d'étudiants l'attendait impatients.
On arrive, on a beaucoup parlé, il voulait tout savoir. Nathalie travisait.
Moscou, les plaies d'Ukraine et les Champs-Élysées, oh, à tout mélanger et la chanter.
Et puis, ils sont débouchés en riant à la honte de champagne de français et la danser.
u tvoje oči, ugroženi starče?
Loše, loše! Bože, ostavio sam!
Pred tobom je 1000 godina kao jedan dan, a jedan dan kao 1000 godina.
Da, tačno, ali na kraju i one prođu.
Vi ćete mi opet bolje ugroženi starče.
Neće meni više nikad biti bolje. Bože, kako je strašno biti star. Bože, kako je strašno kad kao starac još moraš večno živeti. Smrdit ću ih!
Koga ćeš ti smrditi, ugroženi starče?
Ljude!
Onda više nećeš imati ljudi.
Da, zaboravio sam. Stvarno je završeno, a ja sam više star.
Smiri se, ugroženi starče. Pokazat ćeš ljudima svoje pretiće lice iz oblaka i održati im strašan govor. Tada će se uplašiti.
Neće se uplašiti. Znam da se neće uplašiti. Još će me ismijati. Ja znam da oni sada tamo dole svi žele da budu svoji. Da se mogu ljubiti i grliti. Mrzeti i ratovati. A ja im više nisam potreban.
Unfortunately, that is correct. In last times on Earth, horrible things are happening. Humans created some communism, which is stuck only for a short time. And in which direction, in fact, all humanity is going in the future. Communism wants to change human relation to love completely. Communism wants to cancel love to God and to introduce only love to other communists or eventually she communists. And what is worse, communism attacks family. Communism attacks our old rotten family rest, which exists since the beginning of the world.
There is one good thing in communism. In communism, all the people are equal between each other.
Tonight, on Earth, in some crazy blue house, will happen some secret communist party. There will be all stars of communism.
Who will be there?
There will be Mladenović Broštin Trotsky, who is exiled, and now he walks around the world. And Josip Vissarionović Stalin, who in fear of that punishment, disguised himself in Dr. Doolittle.
The hostess of this party is famous Mexican painter Frida Kahlo, who took the date of the beginning of Mexican Revolution for the date of her birthday. what is our basic task?
Our basic task.
Little flowers and plants so they won't spread too fast.
Josip Vissarionovich, of such things, speak never again. It's not clear to everyone here and not to the little, but Josip Vissarionovich was really stunning!
I will never, as long as I live.
Our first and only action is bold revolution. Bold revolution which will separate children from family, from that drunk father and that mother who is so afraid from God.
Just the opposite as with the animals. We are the canary, and I created the canary opera which put London on fire. It was seen by the famous Niccolo Paganini, and to that performance, another spectacle proceeded.
Mladenović, what is our basic task?
Our basic task is to cancel out that and follow the motion.
Excellent. Instead of form of God, we will hear one of the animals. But first, we must learn their languages so we can talk to them. I'm currently researching the language of two stations.
Yes, Mr. Murić, you will be there before.
I became a member of the party way before I met my husband, and I think that I'm a better communist than he will ever be. Mladenović, where should we start from?
We shouldn't destroy anything. The only thing that we have to do is to cancel the humanity idea about God. We should start from family. But family is something what we cannot do. Family is something what we cannot change.
Right. Just change my identity. Now I'm Dr. Bruno and Dr. Nicholas. Humans don't listen to anything but money. That's why I open public homes for all the animals so they can be in that position of mother respect.
Just Mr. Murić, say no. Not a word, not a single.
My mother was unable to nurse me. She's kind, active, and intelligent, but at the same time she's cruel, cold, and fanatically religious. Mladenović, what in your opinion family should look like?
Family cannot be all about familyness. Family, we have to change by perfect system of social services like nurseries, hospitals, preference, sport organizations, cinemas, and of course, last but not least, theaters.
Right, so is the animals. Everything is settled and harmonious. Birds, instead of eating insects and bees, eat certain flowers and plants so they won't spread too fast.
That's Mr. Murić of such things. Do never speak.
I told them that nothing should destroy it. Most to listen to me. The only thing that we have to do is to cancel inhumanity and about God. That is the start. Then we cancel inhumanity and about God. All past ideas about the world before, and most important, all past morals will fall also. And everything is become new. Man will rise with spirit of divine titanic pride. It will be new man.
Dam, da mi daš. Dam, da mi daš.